Hello everyone, today I will be discussing about mass media and socialization, one of the key concepts that explains how social media shape modern youth identity. First, what is socialization? Socialization is the process through which individual learns the values, beliefs, behavior and social norms that helps them function in society. Traditionally, young people learn these values from their families, school, friends and tradition media like television and newspaper. However, in today's digital era, social media has become one of the most influential agents of socialization. Platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, YouTube and X are no longer used only for entertainment. They have become spaces where young people learn how to communicate, express themselves and build relationships, even for opinions about the other worlds. Through daily exposure to online content, social media influence their lifestyle, fashion, language and behavior. One example is the global popularity of K-pop and K-dramas through social media. Many young people have adopted Korean fashion, skincare routines, hairstyles, and even learn basic Korean phrases. This demonstrates how media can influence cultural identity and encourage people to imitate behavior they see online. Another example is TikTok trends and viral challenges. Many teenagers participate in this trend because they want to feel accepted by their peers or gain popularity on social media. While some trends promote creativity, education, or healthy lifestyle, others may encourage risky behavior if users follow them without considering the consequences. This shows how social media shapes behavior through observation and peer influence. A recent example in Malaysia is the government decision to ban social media account registration for children under 16 years old. This policy was introduced because of growing concern about cyberbullying, online predators, harmful content, excessive screen time, and the impact of social media on children's mental health and behavior. This case is closely related to mass media and socialization because it reflects the government's recognition that social media has become one of the most powerful influence in a young person's life. Children and teenagers spend a significant amount of time online, where they learn social norms, develop friendship, form their identities. As a result, the government believes that limiting early access to social media can help protect young people from harmful influences during their development years. However, this does not mean social media is entirely negative when used responsibly. It provides many benefits. Young people can learn new skills, access education, resources, communicate with people from different cultures, and express their creativity. Social media also creates opportunities for entrepreneurship, content creation, and global collaboration. So the conclusion, social media has transformed the way young people are socialized. It is no longer just a communication platform, but also a powerful influence on how they think, behave, and develop their identity.
Tween trendsetters have taken over parts of social media with skincare routines that have inspired other young kids. Routines that are surprising even dermatologists.
And I'm seeing more and more young people who are coming in with skincare regimens that are 10 times more complicated than mine.
Flawless skins, perfect bodies, expensive skincare routines, and all influencers sharing their latest glow up journey. For many young people, this is no longer just an entertainment. So social media has become a powerful source that shapes how people think about their beauty, attractiveness, and even self-worth. Nowadays, beauty standards are no longer created only by celebrities or magazines. They are also created and shared every day through TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and many other social media platforms. So let us talk about how social media shapes modern youth identity through beauty standards and body image. So the first case is the Sephora Kids phenomenon in 2024, which many videos of children buying expensive skincare products have become viral on TikTok. Many children between the ages from 8 to 12 has begun to follow their skincare influencer and purchasing products that was actually designed for adults. The trend then quickly attracted a lot of attention from other parents, dermatologists, and even social media organizations worldwide. And according to the AFP fact check, many experts warn that many of these products has contained active ingredients that may be unnecessary and even harmful for young skin. But many supporters argued that this trend encouraged self-care and hygiene toward the young kids. However, many critics also argued that social media was exposing children to unrealistic beauty expectations at an increasingly young age.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells.
So now, let's talk about our second case, which we are going to talk about the Ozempic case. So first, Ozempic is a medication for diabetic treatment. And this case has become a social media sensation after a lot of celebrities and influencers discuss about using it for their weight loss. Their before and after transformation videos has gained millions of views across TikTok and Instagram, and many of their supporters has viewed this Ozempic as a tool that could help improve their health and confidence. However, many experts has expressed their concern that social media was promoting an unrealistic body ideal that centered on extreme thinness. This viral content of weight loss has encouraged constant comparison among users, and this reflects how social media can influence body image and self-esteem by promoting narrow definition of beauty. So for many young people, appearance has become closely linked to their identity and social acceptance. The cases of both Sephora Kids and Ozempic has demonstrated how digital platform can influence someone's body image and beauty standard across different age groups and even genders. While social media offers opportunities for creativity and self-expression, it has also created pressure that can affect mental health and self-esteem.
Hello everyone, my name is ZAHEERUL and I will be discussing the gender representation under the topic of how social media shapes the modern youth identity. And so in this era, social media platforms such as TikTok, Instagram and Facebook have become an important part of young people's daily life. And so at the same time, the K-dramas continue to gain popularity among the Malaysian youngsters, and together, these platforms influence on how young people perceive themselves, the society and the others. And so one of the most significant impact is on the gender representation itself, which refers to how men and women are portrayed in media and how these portrayals shapes our understanding of gender roles. And so for women, social media often promotes specific beauty standards, and the young people are constantly exposed to the influencers, celebrities and the content creators who appear flawless online. And so this issue have becomes more apparent through the growing controversy surrounding the beauty filters on TikTok and Instagram. So for example, a case where two mothers lost their child because of beauty standards on social media. Their daughter actually suicides themselves over the beauty judgment through the people on the internet. And so the discussion quickly went viral, with many people expressing their own concerns that these filters created unrealistic beauty expectations. And as a result too, the young women may feel pressure to compare themselves to the digitally enhanced images rather than their people judgment. And so the gender representation also affects the men, which is, I will take an example case of in 2025, a Malaysian influencer sparked controversy after claiming that men who help with housework or perform any housework responsibilities are weak and less masculine. And so his statement quickly spread across the social media and generated strong reactions from the public. And so many users actually quickly disagreed with him and argued that modern masculinity should include responsibility, emotional maturity, and shared family duties. This controversy highlights how social media has become a space where traditional and modern ideas of masculinity are constantly debated. Surprisingly, this modern image of men aligns closely with the K-drama male characters who are often portrayed as caring and supportive rather than simply strong and dominant. So another example is the rise of looks maxing trend among the men. This trend encouraged the young men to improve their appearances through skincare routines, gym workouts, hairstyles, and fashion advice. So while some view it as a self-improvement, some critics argue that it creates unrealistic expectations from male appearances and increased pressure on the young man itself to look in a certain way based on the people's judgment. And additionally, this trend caught a few experts and they give their own concerns over this trend where it can risk the danger of the user's life who follow this trend. At one point, I would say that this social media start to affect our body, not only our mind and health. And so this example demonstrates the social media and people culture do not simply entertain audiences. They actively shape the young people to define their own beauty and self-worth. Through the viral content and online discussions, certain gender ideas are repeatedly reinforced and normalized. To keep it simple, social media plays a major role in shaping model youth identity through gender representation. And so the ability to filter controversy, the debate over modern masculinity, and the trend on the social media shows how digital platforms influence the young people view themselves and describe the others. Therefore, it is important for the youngsters to think critically about the content that they watch and recognize that social media often presents idealized version of reality than the real life standards. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, so for this segment, we'll be discussing the topic of new media and the culture of disruption, focusing on the subtopic of FOMO and digital aggression. The main topic, new media and culture of disruption, refers to how modern digital platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube constantly compete for user attention. Through notification, personalized algorithm, and endless content, this platform encourage users to spend more time online. One major consequences of this phenomenon is a FOMO, or fear of missing out, which can eventually lead to a digital addiction. FOMO occurs when people feel anxious that they are missing out experience, trend, or opportunity that others are enjoying. Because social media constantly express users to what others are doing, many individuals feel pressure to stay connected and participate in trends. This is where our subtopic FOMO and digital aggression becomes closely related to the culture of disruption. The more people fear missing out, the more they continuously check their phone and engage with social media. So without further ado, let's start with our first case, which is the Labubu doll craze in 2025. Labubu became a global trend after thousands of TikTokers posted their unboxing and showcased their collection. Since many of the dolls are limited edition and sold through blind boxes, consumers felt pressure to buy them before they sell out. Many people purchase multiple boxes in hope of obtaining rare figure. This case shows how social media create FOMOs by making users need to join the trend to stay relevant. The constant exposure to Labubu content encourages both excessive spending and continuous engagement with social media platform. Okay, so the next second is Dubai chocolate trend. This chocolate became famous worldwide after viral TikTok videos received millions of views. The influencer and content creator describe it as a must-try product, leading many people to purchase. It simply became a trend. Some consumers posted reviews and reaction video not because they genuinely want the product, but because they wanted to be part of it. This demonstrates how FOMO influences consumer behavior and how social media trends quickly shape public interest and spending habits. So our last case for this segment is TikTok addiction and social media regulating in 2026. Many studies have shown that young people spend several hours each day scrolling their TikTok through short-form videos. TikTok algorithm continuously recommend content based on user interest, making it difficult to stop watching. Users often worry about missing new trend, viral video, or conversation among their friends. This fear keeps them returning to the platform repeatedly throughout each day. As a result, concern about mental health, productivity, and excessive screen time have led government and experts to discuss stronger regulation and digital well-being initiatives. When we analyze these three cases together, we can clearly see the connection between the main topic and the subtopic. The culture of disruption created by new media platforms encourage users to constantly seek content and trends. At the same time, FOMO motivate people to remain active online because they feel left something behind. Whether it is buying Labubu doll, trying Dubai chocolate, or spending hours on TikTok, the underlying factor is the desire to stay connected and relevant in this digital culture. In conclusion, the Labubu craze, Dubai chocolate, and TikTok edition debate demonstrate how media shape modern behavior. While social media offer entertainment and the opportunity for connection, it is also can create pressure to constantly participate in trends and remain online. Therefore, it is important for users to develop healthy digital habits and be aware of how FOMO influence their decision and online behavior. So that's all for this segment. Thank you guys for watching.
The future is AI, or so it is. So I welcome everyone to the final segment of the video. My name is IMRAN bin MOHAMAD ZAMRI, and we will be discussing on the future of youth media consumption. So quickly, what is media consumption? Well, as the name suggests, it is when you consume any piece of media, be it movies, comics, cinemas, magazines, and many more. Alright. So, what is the future of youth media consumption? Many people suggest that AI could be the future. Like many things, everyone know what AI is, artificial intelligence. It has been very helpful to us in creating content, helping keeping tab on everything and being very productive. But in the context of youth media consumption, it could very well be a double-edged sword. Why? Because as easy as it is to consume and create this type of medias, these AI videos, it could also very well be certain content could be very unethical or not suitable for children to watch, but it masks itself as something that children could possibly watch. So for example, in last year, a lot of videos circulating on the internet about some fruits having an affair. Okay, so these are parody of Love Island called the Fruit Love Island, and it may seem cute in the front where there's a bunch of fruit talking, but it also could be very unethical because Love Island is an adult show with adult theme and adult content, and when you market the video when you package the video in a very cute way, in like certain fruits like peach, berry, banana, like having a fight in a villa, well, that could be very much unethical. Furthermore, the characters, if you look at it, it looks very, very expressive, like their mouth move, but they move in a very weird way. It is very expressive, but oftentimes it is not fully coherent, and the content, when you consume it, when you watch it yourself, you could, well, it may not be very clear, but it is actively trying to promote racism and misogyny and many more very bad theme, right? So that is the part of an AI video. Another part is the platform, which is TikTok. So according to a research, heavy social media usage appears to contribute to a drop in well-being among young people, especially young girls in some English-speaking countries. Well, everyone knows what TikTok is. It's very addicting to watch, and apparently, if you live in some English country, it could the factor to your unhappiness, as the research suggests. And the research is based on when a girl spends more than 5 hours a day on social media and less than 5 hours a day on social media. And why is TikTok so addicting to watch? Because of the how it works. So these videos exploit core features of human psychology. So when you combine an addictive platform that features an infinite scroll, the result is an endless stream of content that keeps us engaged, even if the message is very much immoral or simply ridiculous. Like if I ask you to name the last video that you watched on TikTok, like 3 videos ago, you couldn't tell me what it is, because that's how the psychology works. And it is basically a reward system that basically keeps us engaged. And as much as I think the future of youth media consumption is doomed, I think that it could also be healed. But how is everyone supposed to heal it is another question for another day. So this is the end of the video. I want to thank everyone for watching this video, and a special thanks to everyone who watches the premiere of this till the end. I appreciate you so much, and I catch you in the next video. Thank you.